Hello, thanks for watching. Today I will be drawing this guy right here. He's a razorback Thornhog miniature designed by Broken Anvil Miniatures. That's where I work. Just want to clarify that I didn't sculpt this guy, I didn't design him, didn't do the concept art. My job today is just to make a nice illustration of this creature for an upcoming project for Broken Anvil. This part of the video is in real time, as in I didn't speed it up in any way. I just wanted to give you a sense of how fast I draw. I watch so many, speed art videos, and I'm always curious, like, what rate people are working at. This is how fast I draw. Obviously, it's a little slow at the beginning. I'm just making exploratory marks, trying to get a nice little pose for this guy. I don't want to just draw the bucking bronco pose from the model, which is awesome, but just want to do something different, a little more static. My idea was just have him perched on a little hill crest or something. I've been thinking a lot lately that I need to record all the art that I do, especially digital art, in a futile attempt to prove that it was made by humans. I'm sure soon enough AI will be able to make their own, speed videos. At that point, I'll just have to go back to pencil and paper drawing, I think. Who knows? I'm just using my usual brush. I use it for everything. I've used it for, I don't know, probably 10 years. Apart from special effects like smoke or, I don't know, flames or magical things, I don't mess with a lot of brushes when I paint or draw digitally. Personally, I just find it slows me down. I have tons and tons of brushes, but just the process of flipping through them and trying to find what I want for each little part, I find it hampers my process a little bit. But your mileage may vary. Use all the brushes you like or none of them. Wasn't quite happy with this pose. It only took me a couple of minutes, so I started over. Ended up drawing more or less the same thing. Somehow I liked it better. The render of the model that you saw at the beginning of the video, I would have that up on a secondary monitor the whole time, refer to it for details and proportions and stuff. but I'm not trying to copy it exactly, just using it for reference. Obviously I'm changing the pose a lot. I think even if I end up going back to more traditional art in the future, it's going to be hard to give up doing rough sketches in Photoshop. I love the lasso tool, just cutting things, resizing. I have a hard time drawing things at the exact proportion they need to be. I always have to adjust a little bit. It would be such a pain to have to erase everything and just redraw it slightly smaller or angled 20% clockwise. I don't know how people did it. Alright, now that I got the initial rough sketch down, this part of the video is sped up times 16, I believe. All I did was lighten the opacity of my rough layer, put a new one on top, and I do that as many times as it takes. I think I do 3 stages of roughs on this one. If it was a complicated humanoid character with intricate armor or difficult proportions, I could do up to 4 or 5 rough layers overlapping. But here I'm going right to the line layer after 3 rounds of rough refinement. Started using 2 versions of my main brush. I guess I lied earlier when I said I only use that one brush. I have the black version of it where the opacity is the pressure sensitivity is no longer linked to opacity, and gives me really bold black lines if I want to have a crisp outline. The old way I would just draw over top the line 2 or 3 times to get it to go as dark as I want, but this kind of speeds up the process. Makes it look a little more comic booky or sticker book art, but I like it. If you're noticing the layers palette on the left, I got a bunch of extra layers that are turned off that are just for like a textured background I apply at the end. All the art is going to be down to 2 layers, a line layer and like a fill layer for the tone. maybe one or two others on top at the end, but I can't remember. But very simple, not too complicated with the Photoshop stuff. I'll just have the line layer set to multiply over top of the tone or color layer underneath, and that's it. Here, even though I haven't nearly finished the drawing part, I skipped ahead to filling out the characters, his tone, just because I was bored of drawing, and I wanted to paint in some of the tones. I never worry too much about completing one stage before moving on to the next. I can jump around. It's important to me when I'm working to keep the process fun, and if I feel like switching from drawing the lines to painting in the tones, I'll switch whenever. Ultimately, if you're not having fun, it's not going to turn out. So whenever something becomes a chore, I'll switch. That's why I jump around. You know, I drew two horns on his back and got bored. I'll do those later. There's a couple more. Just get a little bit tedious. Same with these blades of grass or leaves. Can't do them all now. I'll do as much as I can stomach and then move on to something else. It's a whole lot of fur. Yep, got bored of the fur, switch back to the horns. Bored of the horns, switch to the leg. Bored of the leg, switch to the grass. I'm just drawing those little hairs in white to cut them out. I don't know. Looks neat to me. Drawing furry beasts is relatively easy just because the hair kind of obscures a lot of the anatomy, the musculature. Try to indicate different muscle masses where I can, but where I don't know or where I'm too lazy, you know, just a mass of hair will do the job. I kind of rushed the outline so I could fill it in before rendering all the bits. It's nice to get a sense for the whole silhouette to make sure it looks good. Make sure its proportions are good. Yep, kind of repetitive at this point. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm just drawing with black and white and adjusting the opacity for the different grays. I'll use the same chalk brush, block something in, and then use my smudge brush to like blend it where I want. And go over with a white brush and pick out little highlights here and there. Try to keep those highlights in areas of interest and areas that are bright, like his legs and his underbelly. You don't need to pick out all the hairs and highlight things if you don't want the eye to rest there longer than it should. I don't know. Just kind of go by feel. Think about what parts of the image want the eye to dwell on and make them shiny. There's a third layer. I got the fill, the line, and that layer one is just on top of everything. Just picking out individual hairs that I wanted to be on top of the line layer. Not too much on that layer, really. Here I switched to, I'm not sure what brush, texture brush. It's just like a fuzzy version of the other brush. Using for the bottom half of the hill he's standing on. Just to kind of make it go to focus a little bit and let the eye kind of skip over that part a little bit more than the top. is again. It's basically the same brush, I think, with the flow turned down or something. Can't remember. All my brush pack is available on my website if you're interested, but honestly, they're very easy to make. Just use a default chalk brush if you like the look. It's basically the same thing. Almost done. Another minute or two. Thanks for watching. If there's anything you wish I had talked about, please let me know or shoot me an email or something. If you have any questions. Alright. Thanks again. Just watch for another minute or two as I bring this drawing home.